Next is senior Thomas Bowling. Thomas is escorted this evening by his dad, John Bowling, and his mom, Casey Bowling. Thomas Bowling completes his 4th year as a member of the football team. Thomas's future plans include attending the farming diesel technician. Up next is senior Caleb Klaus. Caleb is escorted this evening by his father and mother, Jeff and Melissa Klaus. Caleb completes his 4th year as a member of the football team. Caleb's future plans include going into carpentry. Also is senior Carter Klaus. He is also escorted by his mother, Melissa, and father, Jeff. Carter completes his 4th year as a member of the football team, and his future plans include attending a trade school and becoming an electrician. Next senior is Nick Eli. Nick is escorted this evening by his mom and dad, Suzanne and Bill Eli. Nick completes his 4th year as a member of the football team. Eli's future plans include Purdue for their kinesiology program. The next senior we're honoring this evening is Tyler Jordan. Tyler is escorted this evening by Jennifer Shockley. Tyler completes his 4th year as a member of the football team. Jordan's future plans include enlisting in the Air Force or trying aerospace propulsion. Next up is Eli Long. Eli is escorted this evening by his mother, Rochelle Long. Eli Long completes his 4th year as a member of the football team. Eli's future plans are currently undecided. Next up is senior Daniel Ludwig. Daniel is escorted this evening by his parents, Brian Ludwig and Catherine Ludwig. Daniel completes his 4th year as a member of the football team. Daniel's future plans include attending Purdue University for computer science. Next is Gavin Orlando. Gavin is escorted this evening by his mother and father, Jill and Jonathan Orlando. Gavin Orlando completes his 4th year as a member of the football team. Gavin's future plans include construction. Next is Morgan Randall. Morgan is escorted this evening by his mom and dad, Leslie and Kevin Randall. Morgan completes his 4th year of the football team. His future plans include welding. Next up is senior Alex Sword. Alex is escorted this evening by his father and mother, James and Tiffany. Alex completes his 4th year as a member of the soccer team and the 1st year of football team. Alex's future plans include carpentry. Next is Juan Velasquez. Juan is escorted this evening by his mother and father, Megan and John Velasquez. Juan completed his 1st football season and 4th year of soccer. Velasquez's future plans include going to Notre Dame for neuroscience. Next in line is senior Dathan Wainwright. Dathan is escorted this evening by his mother, Sierra Stevens. Dathan Wainwright completes his third year as a member of the football team. Wainwright's future plans include attending Purdue University. Next is senior Sydney Young. She is escorted this evening by Coach Dawson. Sydney completes her first year as a member of the football team, and her future plans including going to Ball State to study nursing. And lastly, senior Grant Ridgway, escorted by his mother, Michelle Ridgway.
Thank you.
This is his fourth year of both the football and soccer teams. He also plans to go to college for nursing or going to a wielding academy. Give it up one more time for all of our 2025 seniors.
Snoop Doggy Doggy Dr. Drink is at the jump, ready to make an entrance. So back on this before I pull the strip up. Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, man, you know you in trouble. Cause ain't nothing but a juke bang, bang, back. Two smoked out juice, so it's crazy. That broke is the label that pays, man. Unfadeable, but people try to fake this. But it's like this and like that and like this. And it's like that and like this and like that. And it's like this and like that and like this. And Drake Chris and a mic like a fan. Well, I'm people that I'm creeping and I'm quick dress. But I never got killed. Cause my people can't be but now it's time for me to make my impressions felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on the seat. Cause I've never been on a ride like this before. What a producer who can rap and control the mic show. At the same time with the dope rhyme that I get. You know and I know I put some more funky shit. To add to my collection, the selection, symbolize this dope. Get the toast to dope show. If you think you have no flip, I wouldn't bring it. My homie Snoop Dogg came to do it like this and like that and like this. And it's like that and like this and like that. And it's like this. And you ain't got no love to go. So just chill to the next episode.
Good evening and welcome to Bruin Field at Blackford High School for tonight's 2024 senior night football game between the Oak Hill Golden Eagles and your Blackford Bruins. In addition to our senior night, tonight's contest is a military appreciation night. We would like to thank the National Guard for their support in contributing a special uniform for the Blackford Bruins. Tonight's concession stand is being run by the Montpelier Jamboree Committee. We appreciate their support and hope you support them by visiting the concession stand tonight. Hot dogs, nachos, soft pretzels, candy bars, ice cream, popsicles, Coke products, and other concession items available at the southeast corner of the Cleat Building in the south end of the field. Restrooms are located at the south end of the Cleat Building. Blackford High School also has recycling bins throughout the complex to place your recycling. We appreciate your cooperation on this initiative. We would like to welcome this evening's officiating crew. They are Jonathan Chalfant, Bill Forehand, Randy Miller, Brad Groninger, and Tim Cragen. Please give them a warm welcome. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at IHSAA and Blackford High School events. Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Please, enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the Bruin Pride Marching Band honors our guests from Oak Hill with the playing of their school song. Bruin fans, please stand and sing along to the Blackford Fight Song. At this time, we ask that if you are able, please stand as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed by Blackford Bruin senior Kate Wolf. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello, Blackford fans. This is week 7 of the IHSAA football season. Tonight will be the final home game of the season for the Blackford Bruins as they host the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. These two teams come into the game tied for 5th place in the CIC, both with 1-3 records in the conference. Blackford's 2-4 overall, and the Eagles are 500 at 3-3. In this game, according to the computer rankings, Oak Hill is a pretty big favorite, so the Bruins will be an underdog tonight, about a 20-point underdog. We are happy to have you with us tonight. It's a beautiful evening out here. The temperature is around 72 degrees. That's what's going to be a kickoff. The breeze has been slight, a little bit from the north, but there really hasn't been too much of a breeze. I don't think that'll play much of a factor. The sun's just now dipping down to the level of the trees, so it's going to be nice and shady and a beautiful night for football out here. The Bruins, you might notice tonight, will look a little different. The Oak Hill is going to be in their white jerseys, blue pants, and gold helmets, but the Bruins are going to be wearing a special uniform. This is Military Appreciation Night, and Blackford's going to be wearing special National Guard uniforms. So they're going to have a kind of a camouflage look to them with bright yellow or green, kind of a neon numbers. So the numbers will be very easy to read, should be. And again, it's Military Appreciation Night, so that's why the Bruins won't be wearing their regular home uniforms. So again, we're happy to have you in here with us tonight, and we look forward to a fantastic game this evening. If you weren't here for the pregame, this is senior night, so if you know any seniors, you can rewind that. Here come the Bruins right now. You can see those bright numbers on the jerseys, bringing out the flags in appreciation of the military. We've got a nice sized crowd here on senior night for this game. Blackford had 14 seniors on the football team who were honored before the game tonight. I think it was 14. My number may have been off a little. So that's going to be a big group to have to replace next year. But fortunately, the junior high is doing really well this year. They are, I believe, 4-1. They've got one loss, either 4, maybe 5 wins on the season. So looking at tonight's game, looked at some keys to the game. First thing we're going to look at is impact turnovers. So what we mean by impact turnovers are turnovers that have a major impact. Some turnovers don't make as big of a difference as others. Throwing an interception on a long interception on 3rd and long, it doesn't make that much of an impact on the game. But like we saw in our last broadcast against Elwood, a fumble inside the 5-yard line can make a huge impact. So against Elwood, again, we had a fumble inside the 5-yard line on the first drive of the game, which made a major difference. It kept the Bruins from being able to take an early lead. And then later in the game, the Bruins fumbled again inside their own 2, and Elwood was able to return that for a touchdown. So those were major impact turnovers. If the Bruins can have the edge in impact turnovers tonight, that's really going to be a big benefit. And losing those turnovers will put the Bruins in a difficult place because they've got very little margin for error tonight. Our second key to the game is offensive penalty yardage. As I'm sure you've seen if you've watched the Bruins all year in the last few years, as they're moving the ball down the field, they do a very nice job running the ball and picking up yardage, but with offsides penalties, procedure penalties, a hold, those things can really stall a drive for a team like the Bruins. So as we were saying, it's going to be important for the Bruins to reduce those penalties, especially on offense. And the third key is injuries. The Bruins actually are pretty healthy coming into tonight. One player who we won't be seeing tonight is number 88, Carter Klaus. I believe Carter is going to be out for the game with an injury, but everyone else, as far as I know, is going to be active. And that's good news for the Bruins because they don't have the roster's bigger than it has been the last couple of years, but it's still not a real deep bench. The Bruins are going to receive the kickoff here tonight. Start off the first quarter. As we were talking, though, if the Bruins sustain any injuries during the game, again, that really puts them in a bad spot. So hopefully, again, impact turnovers, winning the battle there, reducing offensive penalties, and staying injury-free throughout the night. The sun has dipped down below the trees. It's going to be nice and shady out there for the team. Carter Klaus on the return. Caleb Klaus, oh my goodness, I did it again. I want to apologize to Caleb. Last week, on our last broadcast, Caleb Klaus, number 45, had the game-ending interception, sealing the victory for the Bruins in the end zone. And when I was watching the replay, I made the right call on that initially on the interception, but then when we replayed it, I called him Carter, his brother's name. So I apologize to Caleb, and I've done it already once tonight, even though Carter's not going to be playing, I don't think, this evening.
You'll notice we did dock your pay last week.
Yeah, 50% was it? Is that what it was? Not sure what percentage it was, but it was. Gonna have to make sure I remember that on my tax return. Bruins are going to go out with a shotgun here. Morgan Randall again in quarterback. There's a handoff. Nice tackle by Oak Hill in the backfield. That handoff was to Corbin Batten. Corbin's a freshman this year. He's really done a nice job developing over the season.
Tackled by Michener.
As they say, he's a freshman, but at this point in the season, he's not really a freshman anymore. He's gotten lots of reps out there. He's had good impact for the Bruins. That's going to be a loss, though, of a couple yards, so looking at 2nd and 12 now. Empty backfield. Hand off to the man in motion. That's Kamari Taylor. It looks like he might pick up a yard.
Number 3, Kamari Taylor with the ball. Tackle number 53, Jared Prickett.
Again, if you're just joining us, if you came in late, Blackford's not wearing their regular red uniforms. It's Military Appreciation Night, so they are wearing black uniform with bright yellow numbers on it. Numbers are easy for the fans to see in the stands tonight. Hopefully you can see those well at home. It's another handoff to Kamari.
Taylor with the ball again. Tackled by 62, Barrett Jones.
So that brings up 4th down. We'll see who the Bruins bring in to punt here. Nick Eli's done some of the punting, and so has senior Grant Ridgway. Both of those are seniors. It looks like Grant's going to be in there this time, number 10. Who joined us on the broadcast last time. Grant was homecoming team. Oh, Grant gets it away here. Stays in bounds. Took a backward bounce, but
Ridgway with the punt.
looked like Corbin Batten was there to down that.
That was Harrison York for Oak Hill. Nearly got hands on that kick.
Hey, Grant's had a couple this year that have been close to being blocked, but he's gotten them off. I can't remember a punt, at least not one of the games that we broadcasted that was blocked.
Unfortunately, Oak Hill's taking possession here in very, very good field position on the Blackford 37, 27? 27.
27, yep. That's going to be a run there by number 20, Dylan Archer.
It's ran by number 20, Dylan Archer. Tackle by.
Looks like they're going to move the chains on down. That's going to be a 1st down. This would not be a good way for the Bruins to start off, giving up a quick touchdown here. Number 8, Jet Ott, the quarterback, is under center. Tackle Caleb Klaus knocked him out of bounds there.
Ball ran by number 34, Lance Wyrick. He's tackled by Klaus.
Caleb's had a nice season this year. He's got a lot of tackles. He's got good speed out there on the corner. And again, he had the biggest interception of the year, probably, against Elwood, ending the game on homecoming night. Bruins show blitz. And that's going to be a touchdown for number 20, Dylan Archer.
Touchdown by Oak Hill's number 20, Dylan Archer.
So that was a short drive, 27 yards. Bruins started off in poor field position. 3 and out. That led to the Oak Hill touchdown.
And the extra point.
The extra point's good. So the Bruins now trail early on, 7-0. Over 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. A couple games around the conference tonight. One I think of the most interesting games, Matt, is going to be the game between Eastbrook and Madison Grant. That'll be at Madison Grant tonight. Both of those teams are undefeated in the conference. The 3 teams, those 2 teams, and Mississinawa are all undefeated. So it'll be real. I'll be really interested to see how that game turns out. Whether Eastbrook can keep up with Madison Grant, I don't think they can. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be fairly close, but I think in the end, Madison Grant, especially playing at home, is going to have the edge in that one.
That's what I was going to ask. Where is that game? Is that Madison Grant?
Yeah, that's at Madison Grant. So with the way they run the ball, they're undefeated on the year. Eastbrook does have 2 losses. They lost 2 games non-conference, which were close games against good competition. But I think Madison Grant's going to be able to hold off in this one. So I had a technical issue there.
We'll do our best to try to keep up with that score tonight if we can.
Another strong kickoff. That one again goes to Caleb Klaus. He's got plenty of space, but he's had to start from back on the goal line. Did a nice job. Got out to about the 20-yard line. So the Bruins will take over there 1st and 10 on the 20.
Tackled by number 76, Gabriel Arthur.
Caleb did a nice job. I hope I called him Caleb again. Caleb did a nice job getting that ball out quickly, but there just wasn't much space once he got to the 20-yard line. So the Bruins will take over their second drive. The first drive ended up, I think they lost yardage overall, lost about 3 yards, had a 4th and 13, had to punt. So hopefully they can get the ball moving on this drive. There's some positive yardage right there. That's Brady Bannister. He picked up, looks like 5 yards.
Brady Bannister.
Brady's gotten a lot of carries this year for the Bruins. It's almost surprising that last series they didn't give the ball to Brady at all, and that's hasn't been the case most of the time this year. Another game in the league tonight, Mississinawa Elwood. I don't think anyone will be surprised by the outcome of that one.
Mississinawa has put up a lot of points. Blackford, well, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but Blackford scored against Mississinawa last week. Were the first points scored against Mississinawa this year?
Yep, Brady Bannister gets stuffed on that play. So Mississinawa had 5 straight games with giving up no points, 5 straight shutouts. And then the Bruins went over last week at Mississinawa, and in the second half, scored early in the second half. I think it was their first drive of the second half, which were the first points, again, that Mississinawa has given up all year. Mississinawa is a really talented team. I think there's no way that they don't win the conference this year, right? Madison Grant might give them a challenge, but I don't think so. So it's 3rd and 6. Looks like we're going to throw. And that's just over the top. There's contact before the play, but I think that one was going to be ruled uncatchable.
Complete by Randall.
The target there was Nick Eli. Nick's had some big catches for the Bruins this year. I think Nick had the reception. It was maybe about a 30-yard reception that set up that touchdown last week. I think he ran it down to about the 2-yard line, and then they ran in on the next play. So, but that drive, one of the couple big plays on that was Nick Eli last week. Again, the first points that Mississinawa has given up this year. So Ridgeway's again back into punt. It's a good snap from Nick Eli. That's a high one. Going to be able to cover it well. See if it can get a roll. There's a little roll. About hit one of our players in the foot there. So that one, it's going to be a little bit better breathing room for the defense. That one's out to the 44.
A lot of hang time on that one, but still only netted about 18 yards on that punt. It's rare in high school football that we would consider the kicking game or field position to be important, but 2 very deep kickoffs by Oak Hill, Penn Blackford fairly deep, and then 2 short punts by Blackford that have given Oak Hill very good field position on both possessions.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether the Bruins won the coin toss or whether Oak Hill did. It wouldn't surprise me if Oak Hill had won the toss and just elected to kick just to try to pin him back with the way their
good
kicking
stop
game
there
is.
by the Bruins.
Yeah, that was a nice one. Jay Bannister, Brady Bannister, and Eli Long all in on that tackle.
Tackle by number 28, Brady Bannister.
It's going to be 2nd and 10. That nice stop by the Bruins. It's a pitch to number 34. Looked almost like a block in the back. Yep, there's a flag. I think that's going to be a block in the back. Tyler Jordan made the tackle, and as he was rolling off of the blocker, I think the blocker gave him a little push in the back. They're going to walk that back from the spot of the foul.
Penalties on Oak Hill.
So it's about 5 yards downfield, so that's going to move it back about 5 yards back beyond the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 15. Oh, the defense jumped on that one. I don't know if anyone on the offense, if there was movement there. I think that's going to be on the defense. I think they just went with a hard count because about 4 Bruins jumped on that one. They got almost the entire defensive line to jump. And that's going to put the ball back to about the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10. So we've had 3 plays here, but we're still on 2nd down. Well, that's a nice tip there. Nice tip defensively. That was Gage Dow. Gage, a very athletic young man. Got up and got a piece of that one.
That was a great defensive play. Brings up the first 3rd down, I believe. Let's see if we can get a stop here, maybe get the ball back.
Yeah, finally putting a little pressure on the Oak Hill offense. See if they decide to throw again on 3rd down. Daniel Ludwig was around the end. They're going to have him stop. I think they'll go for it here. This is going to be 4th and 2. Daniel Ludwig was blitzing around the right end. They cut it up. The runner cut that one up. I think that was Dylan Archer who had the touchdown earlier in the game. So it's going to be 4th and 2. And it looks like Oak Hill's going to go for it.
Yeah,
I'd be shocked if they don't run it here. It is the Bruins there. It's going to be close.
Oh, they couldn't get the first stop.
I don't think they were able to stop him. His 2nd, 3rd effort got that first down for Oak Hill. Again, that was Archer.
With the initial penetration, it looked like the Bruin defense was going to have a shot to stop that 4th down run. But
yeah, Archer was just able to break a couple tackles and keep pushing. It was a nice run.
It was.
Good effort by the Bruins getting in, making that early contact. A good effort by Archer. First down here, 34-yard line, 33-yard line. Yeah, they didn't let him go that time. That was Daniel Ludwig. Got a hold of his ankle and did not let go. Still a couple yards there for Archer.
And 55, Ludwig on the tackle.
Daniel Ludwig was all conference last year at linebacker for the Bruins. So he made that last tackle. Oh, that one. That's one of those. I think the receiver would like to have that back. I think that was Beckham Lamb, number 5. Might have been number 6. I see what jersey is. Yeah, that was 5. So that one, I think he was trying to turn and run with it before he closed the deal on that catch.
Seemed like went right through his hands, hit him on the shoulder pad.
It's going to be 3rd down now. He's in a decent position here. It's going to be 3rd and 8.
You know, Scott, we played a lot of flag football in the backyard when we were younger. I'm pretty sure a lot of passes that I threw to you were just about right on the money like that. That you did about the same thing.
It's a difficult pass to catch. That one.
Those ones right to you. Yeah, those are hard.
And that one's off hands again. Although I think he was going to be out of bounds. I don't think that one was going to be in. So that's going to bring up another 4th down. This is going to be 4th and longer. About 6 yards to go here, maybe 7. What do you think, Keith? Is that 7 yards?
That's Jared has very much
we've got
made it 7 on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Jared. Jared's supporting me with the 4th and 7. Jared's in charge of the technology. Keith is doing an excellent job on the cameras for us tonight, as always. I'd like to thank our crew, Jared and Keith. And that's the producer here. If you didn't see it before the beginning of the broadcast, I had a very nice opening. A musical interlude. That's going to be, timeout by Oak Hill. We're going to talk this over.
Well, Scott, I know you're trying to line up some interviews for us here in the 2nd quarter and maybe the 2nd half. Were you able to line up an interview? You believe we have an interview in the 2nd quarter?
Yeah, I believe Coach Hinderleiter of the cross-country team will be coming up to talk about the cross-country season, how it's going, people that think that he looks like one of the actors who played Spider-Man, lots of interesting topics. Yeah, if you see him, if you're familiar with that movie, He's pretty.
Which Spider-Man? There were several.
Yeah, I'm not. I can never remember that actor's name. Not Tobey Maguire.
Tom Holland?
Not Tom Holland. No, the other one.
Be the other one.
The other one, yeah.
The other Spider-Man.
It was the other one, which I've heard he did a great job as Spider-Man.
Garfield.
Garfield, Andrew Garfield. Yeah,
Not
Andrew
the cat.
Garfield. Yep.
When they say he looks like Garfield, they mean Andrew Garfield, not the cat.
Yes.
The Blackford cross country teams will be traveling tomorrow to Indiana Wesleyan early tomorrow morning to compete in the conference meet tomorrow.
Yep, and we'll talk to Coach Hinderleiter about that. Don't give away all the interview topics. So here's big play here, 4th and 8, 4th and 7.
Wyrick in motion.
It's going to be a pass. That is going to be incomplete. Nice. The Bruins are going to take over.
Complete pass.
That is a good defensive stop for the Bruins. Good coverage. And the Bruins will have the ball first down on the 30-yard line. Maybe the 30 and a half. The Bruins started their last drive on the 18. Now they'll be starting on the 30. No, sorry, that wasn't 18. The last time it was on the 20-yard line.
You said 30 and a half yard line?
Yeah.
There are no half yard lines.
You're right. Well, it's a little beyond the 30-yard line. Actually, maybe not. I guess they put it right on the 30. So the Bruins will go out of the shotgun again here. Morgan Randall will take the snap. He's going to look to throw. That one's throwing that one out of bounds. There was a lot of pressure there on him. And the Oak Hill rusher. That was number 19, Isaac Mitchner. For Oak Hill, they had the pressure on the quarterback. Morgan Randall, one of our seniors tonight. He's playing at quarterback. We had him faking the handoff to Amari Taylor, number 3. Amari Taylor's in the backfield with him. Again, Dathan Wainwright in the right slot. That one, I think that was Corbin Batten again with that handoff. Number 87. Yep, that was Batten.
Certainly a big change in the offense, what Blackford's been doing the last few weeks, running the entire offense out of the shotgun as opposed to all last year and even the first couple of games this year running it all of it out of the T formation.
Yeah, they've tried to mix it up a little bit. I think that spreads out the defense.
Well, I'm not sure they're mixing it up. Aren't they running like 100% shotgun now?
Well, sorry, they're changing it up a little bit. I think that spreads the defense out a little bit. I think he's got good confidence in Randall throwing the ball when they do choose to throw it.
We've got a 3rd and long here, so here's an opportunity for that.
It's like he's going to try to run it. He got good yardage, but he didn't get enough.
Well, I think it was still a good decision looking downfield. He didn't really have anybody to throw to.
Yeah, I think that shows his senior maturity there, where he looked, he didn't see anyone open, decided to run it, it gave him a decent chance. They're able to pick up positive yardage, but just not quite enough for the first down.
They're still going to go for it here looks like on 4th and maybe 3 or 4. Jared says 4. They usually trust Jared. Kind of looks like 3 to me.
Looks like they are going to go for it here. They may try a hard count to try to get Oak Hill to jump off sides and call a timeout. Oh, there it was. There it was.
They almost had him.
Yep.
Oh, did they get it?
They blew the play. Excuse me. They blew the play
that's
dead.
No,
delay of game.
Oh, delay of game.
Delay of game. So that defensive player may have been watching the play clock.
Well, they certainly flinched, but I don't think anybody came across the line.
No, they have waved the flag off. Blackford apparently called timeout right before the snap. So that's not going to be a penalty. That's going to be a Blackford timeout. And then I would guess they'll run out the punt team now, if that was indeed the plan.
Yep, looks like the punt team is coming in.
Yeah, Grant Ridgeway's out on the field now, so.
Scott, being a conference foe, we play Oak Hill every year. The last time Blackford was able to vanquish Oak Hill was in 2019. Oak Hill's definitely owned the better of the contest since then. In fact, Blackford has not scored against Oak Hill since 2019.
Hopefully the Bruins will be able to get the ball in the end zone tonight and change that pattern. I think they will. I think they're going to This game's gone, the first quarter, it's gone fairly quick, but I think the Bruins will get in the end zone tonight. So Ridgway back to punt. And Keegan Philippe, I believe, is back to return for Oak Hill.
A much better
That's a
punt
nice
this time.
punt, nice high spiral. Went out of bounds, so hopefully we'll see where that went out.
By number 10, Grant Ridgway.
It looks like the 40-yard line. So for the first time tonight, the ball is going to be on the Oak Hill side of the 50.
22-yard punt that time, so getting a little more every time.
Yeah, and that ball came off his foot really well there.
Definitely moving Oak Hill back a little bit each time. Not the way you want to do it. You'd like to do it with the offense.
Bruins are running player on late here. Brady Bannister came sprinting on. He might be in on that tackle. Almost all the Bruins on the field were in on that tackle. I think there were about 7 of them. Daniel Ludwig and Eli Long, the linebackers, getting up last. Usually the last guy up, or a lot of times the last guy up, gets credit with the tackle, whether it was him or not.
Ball run by number 20, Archer.
That's why when I played, I was always slow to get up. I was slow to do about everything, but I was slow to get up off the pile. There's a handoff. That's going to be a first down and a couple more. That again was Dylan Archer. He is the workhorse for them. He's only a sophomore, 5'7", not real tall.
He's been a thorn in the side of Blackford already in his short career. Last year he ran for 163 yards against the Bruins and scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a talented young man. Nice blocking there. I think it was Gage Dow who got the tackle. Number 20.
Harrison York. Tackle by number 20.
Defensively, the interior defensive linemen are number 22 Nick Eli and number 51 Jay Bannister. They're up the middle there. That's going to be a big run. Another first down for Oak Hill. He got down to the 22 that time. So the Bruins forced Oak Hill to start with their worst field position of the day, but they have turned the field around. They're down almost to the 20. That's a nice tackle there.
On Oak Hill's last possession, they attempted a few extra passes, and those didn't really work out for them, put them in a bad spot, but I think maybe they've learned their lesson. I don't think they've gone to the air at all on this drive.
Yeah, and they did have a couple third and long plays, a 4th and long where they tried to pass it. So the Bruins did get a little advantage there in keeping them in the long field position. So if you, like here, they got the stop on first down. If they can keep that up, looks like they're going to get him down here.
It's Wyrick running down the right side.
So this is going to be 3rd and about 5.
A lot of misdirection there in the back.
7.
A lot of misdirection there in the backfield on that one, but the left side of the Bruin defense was able to see the ball and make the tackle of the right man.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't sure if that was misdirection or if that was confusion.
Okay.
Maybe that was just confusion by me. That actually looked a little more like one of the plays the Bruins would have run out of the T formation.
It did, very, very similar. With three different options to take the ball.
I think he's going to be stopped short of the first down, but it's going to leave him with about a 4th and 1. This is a situation. Oak Hill might run out their field goal kicker. Of course, that'll be at the beginning of the second quarter.
Since you mentioned it, Scott, Elzinga is Oak Hill's kicker. And he has, in fact, made a 28-yard field goal this year.
Is that his only field goal?
I don't know if it's his only one, but he's 12 of 13 on extra points. And as long as 28 yards.
Well, based on his kickoffs, he's got a very strong leg.
Absolutely.
And I think this might be short enough at 4th and 2 that Oak Hill will just go for it. But they may decide to go with what I think would be a pretty sure field goal by running out Elzuna.
Wait, spotted on the 20? Is it 4th and 2 on the 20?
I believe so.
So that'd be a 37-yarder.
I think that's probably well within his range.
Really, I would be impressed. I think they'll go for it though on 4th and 2.
Interestingly, the Oak Hill athletic director Ryan Fagan is bringing the ball across to the Bruins side.
Why is that? I'm not interested in that at all. Why is that interesting?
I don't know. I just normally don't see
it may be
someone
odd.
walk out.
Maybe
Odd.
Oddly.
Sorry, yes, that was odd. Maybe not interesting at all, just
I'm guessing
odd.
the 20 people that are watching were not interested in that whatsoever.
By the way, we do thank you for tuning in tonight. The longest distance maybe Nick Otwinowski watching us from out of state tonight. Nick, if you're out there, you can send me a text message. Let me know you're watching, and I'll give you credit for your long distance viewership. So it's 4th and 2. Looks like they're going to go for it, not going to kick.
In fact, the ball's at the 12.
Quarterback's under center here. And that's a first down. And he's down to about the 3.
Archer again. Really shouldn't be a surprise.
No, that's who I'd give it to if I was Oak Hill. And I'd be a little surprised if they don't give it to him again right here. On the 4-yard line, so first down on the 4. Oh, that was
good.
not him.
Good hit.
That was a nice,
he
again,
did
a
get
nice
in,
second
though.
effort there. That was Dylan Archer, of course.
Again, I thought the Blackford defender stood him up at the line, but he's a strong man.
He's a very hard runner. He's gotten several yards on second effort tonight. I think that extra point would have been good from about 36 yards.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, he's probably got about a 35-yard leg looking where they caught that ball.
So that's going to run the score up to 14-0 here early in the second quarter. On the first 2 kickoffs, Oak Hill was able to kick the ball back to right around the goal line, which is where Caleb Klaus, yes, Caleb said it right that time. Caleb received both of the kicks. The second one got out to about the 20-yard line. Both of them, he got out. The first one, I think, was around the 18. The second one, he got to the 20. I don't think kicking to the north here in the second quarter is going to have an effect with the very slight breeze. It's a comfortable breeze, but I don't think it's going to affect the...
There is no breeze. Those flags are not moving at all. It is a beautiful, beautiful night here. We're glad you could join us online, but sometimes you have really no options, different things going on in your life, but it is a beautiful night out here. And, if you didn't make it, you're missing a good one.
It's Military Appreciation Night. That's why the Bruins have on black jerseys with yellow or gold trim. Got their regular helmets on. That kick's going to be a little shorter. We'll be able to take that at the 10-yard line. It's Caleb Klaus again. He's got a hole. He's around the right end. He's got one man to beat. He ran hard into number 20 there. That was actually Dylan Archer on that stop, but Caleb Klaus hit him hard. That was a nice return. Caleb's got good speed, and he was able to show that on that play. That gets the Bruins out to the 47-yard line, out almost to midfield. Bruins pick up a few here, and it'll be their first time into Oak Hill territory on the night. Bruins take it first down. That's to Brady Bannister, who gets a nice run. picks up a few yards. Brady comes off looking a little sore.
Number 28, Brady Bannister.
Mari Taylor will come in for him.
And
Mari Taylor, number 3.
59,
In for 28, Brady Bannister. Morgan Randall will run the play in. Again, Morgan's one of our seniors. On the line, we've got 3 seniors. Jay Bannister, 51. Daniel Ludwig, 55. Thomas Bowling, 77, are all seniors on the line. Going to take it himself here is Morgan. Slipped and picked up a couple. We'll see where I think they maybe only give him 1 yard there. He slipped and kind of rolled forward. The other 2 linemen, number 75, Sean Cronin, number 56, Colton Fisher. Those guys are both juniors. The offensive line got a nice push there, and there was some space. Randall was able to pick up a yard even though he slipped. If he'd been able to keep his feet, he might have been able to pick up 3 or 4. Bannister's back in here. Running back position. Randall gets rid of that one. There was good coverage on that play. I think Randall was just trying to get the ball out due to the pressure. And did a nice job of that.
Now Blackford had 2 receivers out in the pattern there, Wainwright and Klaus, and both were covered very well by the Eagles. Really no place to throw that ball.
The coverage tonight has, coverage tonight has been pretty good by Oak Hill. So the Bruins are going to have to punt. They did get over the 50-yard line, but not very far. It's a low snap. Ridgway does a nice job evading the blocker.
Fair catch.
Yep.
Oh, no! No, they're
yeah,
bringing
he's
that
gonna
back.
blow that dead.
I'm sorry. It was
He made a the two-handed. You're supposed to signal with one hand. I think he signaled with both hands there. The official was right on it.
He very clearly
That was
signaled
right
for
on the
fair catch.
15-yard line. So that's going to be good position for the Bruins. That was a nice punt there by Grant Ridgway.
I think I netted 35 on that one. But I don't know why in the world he signaled fair catch. There was no one near him. It was a great punt. I think if anything, it maybe confused him a little bit.
And then when he received that, that's when he, I think, realized how much space he had around him. So Oak Hill's going to start here on the 15-yard line. The Bruins can get a stop here, or a turnover. Turnover would be huge. Dislocation on the field. They had a piece of his jersey there, but not enough. That's going to be a big run. Knocked out of bounds there.
With the run, instead of out of bounds by number 12.
Hillman.
So Hillman gets him out of bounds, but not before he gets across the 50-yard line. That was unfortunate. The Bruins really had an opportunity there to keep Oak Hill well back in their territory. Another handoff. Not to Archer that time. That one was Lance Wyrick. That's going to be another first down.
Again, a lot of yards after contact for the Eagles.
Chains are a little slow getting moved down there. They're on their way. There's a nice tackle. Even on that nice tackle, he still fell well forward. I think that tackle was Tyler Jordan.
Tackle by number 87, Corbin Batten.
According to the press box, that was Batten on the tackle. Corbin Batten lines up the left defensive end position. There's a tackle in the backfield by Nick Eli, number 22. Nick, one of the seniors honored before the game.
Tackle by number 22, Nick Eli.
Third and fairly long here. They're going to throw again, and that ball is deflected off of Tyler George's arm. I don't know that Tyler knew he deflected it, and maybe it didn't hit him, but it looked to me like it hit Tyler's forearm as he was covering number 20.
There's a lot of closed eyes. There's a lot of closed eyes activity going on there. I'm pretty sure that the quarterback for Oak Hill threw that pass to a spot. He wasn't really looking at anything, and the ball hit the Bruin defender in the back of the hand, I'm pretty sure.
So that brings up 4th and 8. This will be a big stop for the Bruins here. Looks like another passing play. That one's again incomplete over the top of the receiver. So the Bruins will take over at the 38-yard line, sorry, the 36-yard line. It's a nice stop by the Bruins again. Another possession where Oak Hill chose to throw the ball. The Bruins coverage has been good all night. So as the Bruins are about to take over here, we've got a special guest up here in the up on top of the press box here on this beautiful night. So the Bruins are going to take over. They've got 1st and 10 after this play. We'll introduce our guest. And that's going to be a penalty. So we've got Coach Hinderleiter of the cross-country team. He's the head coach for the Bruins boys and girls cross-country teams. Coach Seahigh, it looks like, took a timeout there. So that's going to be a nice opportunity for us to get started talking to Coach Hinderleiter. So, Coach, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be out here. It's my first Blackford football game, and it's quite exciting. Love it.
Nice. So we talked earlier before you were up here that some people think you might look a little bit like Spider-Man. So
yep, Andrew Garfield is my doppelganger.
Yeah,
yep.
So it was probably easy for you to get up here on top of the press box with those spider skills. So, so do you get that? Do you get that a lot?
I've gotten stopped in public before. I was at a Pacers game once, and someone actually stopped me and was like, "Are you Andrew Garfield?" And I was, I laughed, and it was a little kid, and I gave him like the little, Spidey thing, and he laughed, and he actually thought he was convinced.
So maybe he still does. Maybe that kid's gonna have a story for the rest of his life.
Yeah, for about 5 years now, he's told people he met Andrew Garfield.
So you guys have a big day tomorrow. As the Bruins come out here, it's going to be 1st and 10. You guys have a big day tomorrow. It's conference meet, right?
Yep, CIC championships over at Indiana Wesleyan.
And you ran track and cross country for Indiana Wesleyan,
I did.
Right?
Yep, I ran there for 5 years.
So looks like Morgan Randall's back to pass. That's one's intercepted, unfortunately. And that might be a big return. So Oak Hill will return that one back to about the 12-yard line. That interception was Oak Hill number 35, Brandon Burkham. So it looked like on that play, Kamari Taylor was open down the middle, but that ball just was a little underthrown. He had men in his face, and Randall just threw that a little short. Wasn't able to step into that pass. Unfortunately, that led to a turnover. So Oak Hill will take over now on the 12-yard line. Good field position. So you say you've got CIC tomorrow.
Yep.
That's at Indiana Wesleyan. You ran track and cross country for Indiana Wesleyan, right?
Yep.
And what event, I think it's really interesting, but what event did you run that was your specialty in track?
I was a steeplechaser. So for those of you who don't know, which a lot of people don't, but it's basically a distance race with hurdles. You get 4 hurdles around the track, and then you get a water pit that you jump on the hurdle and into the pit. So
as soon as you go over the hurdle, you're right into that water, right?
Yeah.
So you're running the rest of the race with wet shoes.
Yeah, it's actually super interesting to watch. It's one of my favorite events to watch, in the Olympics and stuff. So
Yeah, I was able to actually watch that in the Olympics this past summer, and we had talked about that, you and I had previous to that, so it's kind of neat to watch that in the Olympics. And that looks like, I think Oak Hill got in. Yeah, that's going to be a touchdown there. That was number 34 for Oak Hill, getting into the end zone. That's Lance Wyrick on that one. So that's going to make the score 20-0 with the extra point upcoming. So tomorrow you're running at Indiana Wesleyan. What will you? How's that course as far as speed goes for runners?
I mean, in my opinion, it's the fastest course in the state. It is completely flat. This late in the year too, it's finally getting chilly. I don't know if people can hear it in my voice, but I'm a little chilly right now. So hopefully it'll feel like this tomorrow morning. It'll feel good to run in. So
yeah, because a lot of us think those cool temperatures, 45, 50 degrees. You go outside, you don't want it to be 50 degrees.
Right.
That feels
right.
But for runners, what's kind of the temperature you want to be running?
I mean, in college, whenever we look on the weather app and we'd see 35 degrees, 30 degrees, we'd be like, that's a good day. Because if you're shivering on the line, that's a good sign.
Which to the rest of us sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
because you guys are out there shivering in shorts,
right? Shorts and a tank
uniform.
top, and
yeah. But once you get going, that internal temperature gets up and it feels good.
I mean, the cooler it is, and then you don't have the humidity you got to worry about. It's easier to breathe. It's just not a spectator-friendly course. A lot of my family didn't come to a lot of track events and cross-country events because it's so cold.
Now, the actual course itself isn't too bad for spectators over there because they kind of loop around a couple times, other than temperature.
Yeah, we do about 3 loops, I think, total.
Now, this year, though, the sectional will not be at Indiana Wesleyan.
No, sectional this year will be at Taylor, which, me and Taylor don't like each other apparently.
Yeah.
I'm Indiana Wesleyan, but I do like their course, and it'll be a fun event.
I was over there at the sectional last year, and it's a more picturesque track or course than Indiana Wesleyan.
It looks like your typical, Indiana cornfields, bean fields in the middle of the cross-country course.
At one point, I think they come around a barn out there.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's the kickoff. This one again a little shorter. This one on the 16-yard line. That's Klaus again. Klaus has got some space. Tried to split those two defenders. He's out to the 32. A good return again by Klaus. So the kicks, so the lower temperatures are better for the runners, but maybe not for the kickoff from Oak Hill. Those have gotten a little shorter every time. Is it cooler up here than it was down where you're sitting?
It's about 10 degrees cooler up here for sure. Down there I was cold, but up here I'm shivering.
Yeah, the breeze has picked up. We won't keep you much longer, and then we'll let you get back down there. So tell us just a little bit about your background. So where are you from?
Yeah, from Fishers. I ran at Horizon Christian, a very small school. I was the only runner on my high school team. And I went to Indiana Wesleyan for 5 years, ran cross country, track. I ran the steeplechase. And I love running. I didn't always love running. I started running to get in shape for basketball. I fell in love with it. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I heard that you also had another hobby when you were younger. You did a little bit of kart racing?
I did. Yeah, I did. I raced go-karts for I think probably 6 or 7 years.
And was that at the track there in Newcastle? Is that where most of that was?
Yeah. Not a lot of people know about that, but yeah, I grew up racing karts. That was my first love, man. It still probably is. I still, play racing games and sim racing games, and it'll always be my first love.
That was Kamari Taylor on that. Kamari picked up 3 yards on the previous play. They stuffed him there at the line that time. Did you have a dream of making it to the Indy 500?
Yeah, my dream, actually, it was Formula One. It was Formula One or IndyCar.
Okay.
But yeah, I always wanted to be a professional racer, and until I figured out you needed about $50 million to just walk onto a Formula One team. Just to give you a chance.
It's not cheap there. So the Bruins are going to have it 3rd and 8 here. We'll see what they decide to do. I'm guessing they're going to throw the ball in this situation. And he's back, fakes a handoff. That was a high one and almost came down with it there. Nick Eli. That still, even if he had come down with that, they were going to still be short of the first down. So they're going to run the punt team out here, and it looks like Grant Ridgeway is going to have another opportunity to kick. One last question before you go. I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you. So you have I heard a rumor there's a junior high runner that's pretty good right now.
Yeah. Shout out to Gavin Bartram. His first race of the year, he went like low 11s in the 3K, which is really good. And I was like, you know what? I think he's got a lot of potential. And I told his parents, I said, hey, we should get this kid into a big meet later in the year, just to see how fast he can go with good competition.
Hang on, just there was I think that ball may have bounced off of Carson Tillman's helmet. I'm not sure if that hit the, well, either way it went out of bounds, so that's going to be Oak Hill ball. So, go ahead.
Yeah,
Gavin Bartram.
Yeah, Gavin Bartram. He's had a heck of a year. He just got the course record and school record here at our invitational, and then last weekend at Huntington went 10:34, I think, which that was the biggest middle school cross-country meet in the state pretty much, and
Really?
he finished 15th there.
Oh, fantastic.
So, yeah, I think he's going to go down to Louisville in about a month, on November 9th, and run nationals down there, and they run a 4K, and we'll see how he does. Hopefully he can put together a fast time and finish top 30, top 20 in the nation.
All right, well, Coach, I am very happy that you came up here and talked to us. I hope you're enjoying your first season. This is, we didn't mention, this is your first season as head coach here, taking over for Doug Osborne, but also your first coaching position after having been a runner in the Wesleyan. Oh, that looks like it's going to be a touchdown for Oak Hill on that first play there. But good luck with the conference meet tomorrow, and then also in a couple of weeks, good luck with the sectional. I hope you've enjoyed your first season, and good luck.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yep. So again, that was Coach Hinderleiter of the cross-country team, the new cross-country head varsity boys and girls coach here at Blackford. Unfortunately, during that, the Bruins gave up a long pass to number 5, Beckham Lamb. I believe that was number 5. And the extra point's good. That's going to make it 28-0.
Scott, it was nice to have Coach Hinderleiter up here to talk, but he definitely did not bring us luck.
No. Did we give up 2 touchdowns?
We
while he
did.
was here?
We did.
So we're going to have another interview in the second half. Hopefully, maybe that'll bring some luck for the Bruins.
So who do we have lined up for the third quarter?
Coach Ulrich of he's going to be the new girls wrestling coach. So for those of you who don't know, girls wrestling is going to be an IHSAA sport this year officially. Girls have been wrestling, but it hasn't been separate from boys wrestling. And so now that it's an official sport, we've got a girls coach. He's been an assistant coach. Won't give too much away, but he'll be up here. Grant Ulrich, he's a teacher at Blackford and a girls wrestling coach.
So up until now, who was coaching the girls? Were they working with the boys coach?
So the girls were working with the boys, and I just said we weren't going to give it away too much. But Coach Ulrich had been, so he was assistant with the varsity last year, and he did a lot of work with the girls. So it won't be too big of a change for the girls. Coach Ugan and Coach Ulrich will both be up there, and they'll work together on getting those girls prepared. So here's another upcoming kickoff for Oak Hill. They've gotten a little shorter every time. This one looks like it's a little longer. It's going to be about the 9-yard line. Mari Taylor had that one. He got it out to about the 24.
Ran by Taylor.
Mari, just a freshman. I think that's the first one that Caleb Klaus was able to return. Caleb's had a couple nice returns today. First 2, I think he got 18 and 19 yards, and then he got one out to the 48. That one was received about the 10-yard line, and the next one was about the 15-yard line. And then on this one, Mari Taylor was able to pick up about 12 yards on the return. So we've really had some decent returns. It's just the kicks have been, the first couple kicks in particular, were nice and long by Oak Hill. So Bruins in shotgun. Morgan Randall at quarterback. There's Nick Eli. He brings that one in.
Nice
well, that was
catch.
a nice catch. Yeah, he reached out with his left hand. I'm pretty sure Nick's right-handed, but he reached out with the left hand, kind of
Pass received
grabbed
by
onto it and
Eli.
pulled it in. That was a 7-yard pickup for Nick. I believe that was the first completed pass for the Bruins on the day. As Coach Hinderleiter mentioned, it has gotten chillier up here, and the breeze has picked up. The wind's a little more of a factor out there. Bruins are going to lose a couple yards on that play.
So we've got a little replay queued up of that last catch.
Yeah, I think you'll see Nick reach out with his left hand and haul that one in. He's kind of tipped it back to himself. Nick had an excellent catch on the touchdown against Elwood here on homecoming a couple weeks ago. Now, I think that was part of our opening intro. I think was Nick's touchdown catch that day. Had to change direction, go to the ground to catch it. There's a second completed pass. That one's to Dathan Wainwright, number 14.
Looks like we're going to be a yard or two short of the first down.
Unfortunately, that was third down. We're going to be about 2 short. So 4th and 2 here. About 3 minutes to go here in the quarter. Bruins look like they're going to go for it. And they are. Nick Eli's got it. So that was a direct snap to Nick Eli. Bruins brought almost everybody up on the line. Could not pick up the first down. So they're going to turn it over to Oak Hill. So we're running low on time here in the second quarter. Bruins are going to try to get a stop here. They've got to hold Oak Hill out of the end zone for just over 3 minutes. Throw back the other way. That looks like I thought that was going to be intercepted. Tyler Jordan was there. I think that's going to be either a horse collar tackle or a face mask.
Scott, we were able to get a couple of conference score updates in the second quarter. Alexandria leads Frankton 14-7. And in that game of undefeateds in the conference, Madison Grant leads Eastbrook 14-7. So 2 very competitive games still.
Yeah, I think this game with Alexandria and Frankton is going to say a lot of it. And that's a game you might want. We're going to want to keep. Sorry, that was a face mask on that play there at the end. Tyler Jordan went for the interception. Or I thought he was going to have the interception. The receiver caught it, and then as Tyler reached back, I think he just must have gotten a piece of that face mask, and so that's going to move Oak Hill down to about the 10. So that Oak Hill or Alexandria Frankton game, those are the 2 opponents Blackford's going to play in the next 2 weeks. We've got Frankton next week, and then Alexandria in the last week of the regular season. Oak Hill's going for it here. That's a handoff, and he's going to be a little short. But still second down. So Frankton will be next week, and then Alexandria. Those 2 teams are playing each other. Alexandria's got a pretty good team. Frankton has not won a game yet this year. If you look at the computer rankings, they're still a little higher than Blackford, but they're almost identical rankings. So after tonight, it'll be interesting to see where those teams stack up. And that's going to be another touchdown.
Touchdown, Oak Hill.
Another one for Dylan Archer. So again, Frankton is winless on the season.
Dylan Archer.
They've played all the tough teams in the conference. Really, they've played Mississinawa, they've played Oak Hill, they've played Eastbrook. they've played Madison Graham. Frankton still in the next 2 weeks will play Blackford and Elwood, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. Interesting to see how they do tonight against Alexandria.
So it is senior night here at the football game. So the football seniors were recognized before the game. Was it just the football seniors that came out before the game?
Yeah, that was just the football seniors.
Yeah, so we have the rest of the fall sports seniors. Looked like they were lined up and getting ready to come out here at halftime to be recognized for their achievements. So you can stick around with us at halftime and greet the seniors that will be graduating this year.
It's like a long line of quality young men and women down there with their parents, some of them with grandparents, maybe aunts and uncles, supporting them, escorting them out.
I believe last year it was raining and pretty miserable during senior night, if I recall correct.
Yeah, you do recall correct. My son was a senior last year, so I was down there on the track, and it was wet and cold.
I believe the last two senior nights might have been wet and drizzly.
2 years ago, I think it might not have been too bad. So again, let's see if we can get a good return here. Maybe break one. Carter Klaus got one a little bit ago out to the 48. This one's going to go to Kamari Taylor. It looks like he's going to catch it on the run, have a full head of steam. Oh! He bumps it to the outside, got a nice block there. And goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So that was a nice return for Kamari. So the Bruins are going to have around 2 minutes to go here. Let's see if they can get the ball down and get it into the end zone right here before halftime.
You know, it is harvest season, Scott, and the farmers are out harvesting corn. We'll have to see at halftime if Keith can get us a shot of Central State's. See the lights on from up here on the press box of the Central State's elevators over at Montpelier.
Yeah, you can definitely see them. So we do have the wind at our backs. Randall's in with an empty backfield. Kamari Taylor in motion. He's got the ball. He cuts it up. Doesn't get too far there. Couple Oak Hill Eagles in on the tackle. Down to about minute 45 and ticking away. I think the Bruins have used 2 timeouts. I think we've only got 1 left. They didn't do a very good job keeping track of that. Yeah. Looks like the crew up here agrees that we've got 1 timeout left.
See the scoreboard? Jared keeps track of that for you.
Oh, thanks, Jared.
It's not on the main scoreboard, but it is on ours.
Yeah, you did a nice job there. I see that now. Oh, that was right at the feet of Dathan Wainwright. He was open. If that ball had been thrown a little higher, probably would have had it. Although I'm not sure, it didn't look like Dathan saw it. Again, it's senior night, so here in another minute and 9 seconds, if you know any seniors, you might want to stick around for that.
This will be seniors participating in fall sports, I assume?
Yes.
And so band members, perhaps?
Yep. Football, I assume the senior band members will be down there. Also, the football seniors were on before the game. 14 of them, big senior class. Kamari Taylor's got it. He's got a gap. Broke a tackle there. Picked up some good yardage. That'd be a nice run, especially earlier in the quarter, but as time's ticking away, I think that time Oak Hill took a timeout. I think that's bringing up 4th down. Not sure why Oak Hill chose to call a timeout there. Unless it was simply because they thought the Bruins were going to hurry up and get back up to the line of scrimmage to run a play here. I can't imagine Oak Hill is going to try to get the ball back and then. And maybe they are. Maybe they want to try to get another score. I wouldn't think so with the score being 35-0 right now. So with just under a minute to go here, we've got a timeout. Oak Hill called a timeout. Blackford ball, 4th and 2. I think Coach Seahigh will go for it in this situation. Nothing to lose really in this position where it's 35-0. But if you could pick up the first down and lead to a score, you could get some nice momentum going in at halftime. Coach Brandon Apple was out there with Coach Seahigh in that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
on the
make
field.
sure to stop by concessions to grab a caramel apple for $5 to support your Blackford boys basketball team.
I don't think we've
Their
talked
table is
about
outside
the coaching
concession
staff
stand.
much this year. Coach Mike Jones is back on staff. Mike Jones has been an excellent coach for the Bruins over the years. He's been assistant coach for several different head coaches here at Blackford. So 4th and 2. Nick Eli looks like he's going to take a direct snap. Nope, Coach Seahigh saw something he didn't like there.
Timeout, Blackford.
That's going to be Blackford's final timeout. And just under a minute to go. If you just joined us fairly recently, Blackford is wearing not their regular red jerseys, but they're wearing black with gold numbers on. These are military appreciation night. The Bruins came running out carrying the American flag. They've got special National Guard jerseys on tonight. The National Guard had a booth set up just inside the entry gate tonight. So here we go again. 4th down, 4th and 2. No timeouts left, I don't think, by either team. Direct snap to Nick Eli. He's going to be close. On that last effort, he might have made it. I saw a body kind of lurch forward toward no, not where they're spotting it.
I'm not sure.
I saw a body lurch forward. I'm not sure if that was Nick.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
I think they may have just assumed he was down. Did you see the same thing I saw?
I was very confused. I was looking at the officials trying to figure out where the line judge was putting it, and all 3 of them were standing at different spots.
Did any of them look like they would have?
Yeah, the one on this side, the one nearest to us, he was on the first down marker for sure.
If you get a close-up look at that guy, he looks just like Steve Martin. Ball's out of bounds, so Oak Hill is going to try to get some more points. They ran a quick pass there, quick out. Stopping the clock. Oh, the official on this side. He's a basketball official too, and I've seen him several times. I think he looks just like Steve Martin.
All right, Keith.
Just saw him over at Oak Hill the other
So
day.
apparently, when it's halftime, we have to get a close-up of the official on this side.
Oh, there's a big. Almost
no.
had him. There they get him. Bannister had him. Tried to wrap up. He got away, but Nick Eli and I think Jay Bannister were there to clean it up. No, that wasn't Jay.
Looks like maybe we'll get one more play off here.
So that was Colton Fisher in on that tackle, along with Nick Eli after Brady almost had him. So it's 3rd and long. We're going to throw again. That's the number 2 again. I think that was Carson Hillman. Went out of bounds. Under 20 seconds to play here. Oak Hill, I guess, had one timeout left.
All right, Keith, let's check out this official. No, not that one.
So Coach Seahigh will talk to the players, talk to the defense. That's Jake Wells out there with Coach Seahigh. Jake Wells is a volunteer coach this year, a new addition to the staff. Jake probably feels comfortable with those black and gold numbers. He was a Blackford Bruin, but then went to play at Manchester University with Jake Wells. Manchester's colors, I believe, are black and gold.
That does not look like Steve Martin.
You don't have a good angle. You have to lift his head.
He's looking up.
You got to be up close. Oak Hill's going to run. They might have enough time to run a couple plays here if they throw a quick pass. It is a first down. Looks like 32's.
It's a hook and lateral.
Oh, and that is going to be successful.
Well, it's disappointing, but I'll give them some credit. It was a nice play.
It was a nice play. They executed it well. You know, Blackford was back in kind of a, they weren't in prevent, but they were giving a little bit of a cushion, which allowed then the receiver to be able to catch it and make that lateral.
Certainly another play that we ran in the backyard there. Never quite that effectively, though.
Yeah. You know, in a situation like this, I don't know that it's worth calling timeouts to run to get up to 40 points in the first half. But again, their execution was good on that play. It's 4.2 seconds left, and Oak Hill will kick it one more time. The Bruins defense really, at the beginning of the game, they gave up that first drive, but then the next couple drives did a nice job, especially against the pass. Oak Hill seems to have been passing much better here. So here's the replay of that pass. So again, the Bruins are back, giving a little cushion due to the short time situation. You know, right there, the defenders are just trying to make sure, you know, when the guy catches it, that you get him down, keep him in bounds. And so you don't necessarily anticipate that. You know, if you're sitting at home watching an NFL game, then you're going to maybe think about that. But these high school kids haven't played, you know, tons of games, and so they're out there doing their best, and you don't necessarily think of every little thing like a lateral coming in there with under a minute to go in the half.
You don't really expect a trick play down 35-0.
No. Again, we thank you viewers who have tuned in. Looks like we've got several people watching at home. It's a beautiful night here on senior night. Squib that one down the middle. I think Klaus has it. Oh, there's a big gap down the middle. Oh, he almost got through. So that's gonna run out the clock. It's gonna be halftime. We've done a really nice job. Carter Klaus on most of them. Maury Taylor's returned a couple, but Caleb Klaus has done a nice job returning kicks tonight. So number 45, Caleb Klaus, has done a very nice job. So the Bruins will head into the halftime again wearing their National Guard. It's Military Appreciation Night.
Keith has done a nice job setting up our camera location. We get some really good shots of the action on the football field. However, we do struggle a little bit with senior night as we have a microphone or a speaker right in our camera shot.
That big speaker right at the middle of the top of the press box. But
we'll still get good shots with the seniors as they get a little closer to the press box.
So it looks like Madison Grant has extended their lead over Eastbrook to 20-7. I'm not sure how much time is left there. I thank Joe Carpenter for sending in that message. Joe Carpenter, former player for the Ohio State Buckeyes, Blackford resident.
At this time, we would like to recognize our fall activity seniors. Each year, Blackford High School is proud to have student athletes who represent the school and community with dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship. These young men and women have not only excelled in their respective activities, but have also shown what it means to be a true Blackford Bruin.
Enjoy senior night here at halftime.
We'll be back to honor these outstanding seniors, along with their families and escorts who have supported them throughout their high school careers. Their commitment, both on and off the competition area, is a testament to their character and hard work. As we call each name, please join me in congratulating and thanking them for their dedication to Blackford High School and the lasting legacy they leave behind. First up is senior Haley Brower. Haley has dedicated a lot of her time to the arts, including drama club, pep band, concert band. And you can see her acting in theater, playing clarinet in the classroom, or performing choreography on the marching band field. Thank you, Haley, for all you have given to the arts. Next is Victoria Jenkins. Coming from Talon Junior Senior High School, where she has participated in its band as a clarinet player, section leader, and drum major, she has continued her involvement in music here at Blackford by participating in our concert band and marching band as a top clarinet player and section leader. She has also begun helping our 6th grade beginning musicians at the intermediate school. Thank you, Victoria, for your dedication to the program and willingness to help. Next, Christian McConnell. Christian has been involved in the band program here at Blackford since 6th grade. He has participated in the concert band, marching band, pep band, and jazz band throughout his time here, and is now our top saxophonist in the entire school. His musicianship and leadership has been great to observe over the years. He has learned many life lessons and valuable skills as a member and section leader, and he has also formed unforgettable friendships. Thank you, Christian, for all of your time, effort, and dedication. Next is senior Kate Wolf. Kate's involvement in the arts here at Blackford has been a spectacle. You can find her in the theater for drama club, in the classroom for choir, and on the field for our marching band. Having won Best Vocalist and Best Overall Performer at the Pendleton Jazz Festival, as well as special recognition at the Ball State Dimensions Jazz Festival, she has truly strived as a musician here at Blackford. Thank you for giving your gift to the world. Next is Savannah Smith. Having been involved with drama club, concert band, marching band, and band as a clarinet and trumpet player, a section leader, and 2-time soloist for our marching band shows, Savannah has dedicated a lot of her time toward the arts here at Blackford. We thank you for your commitment, Savannah. Our next senior is senior Michaela Brown. Michaela is escorted this evening by her mom and dad, Japetta Brown and Travis Brown. Michaela completes her first year of unified football. Michaela's future plans include attending Vincennes College for Veterinary. Our next senior is Allie Krause. Allie is escorted this evening by her mother and father, Summer and Edwin Krause. Allie completes her 4th year of cheerleading. Allie's future plans including going to Purdue University to study biochemistry. Our next senior is Adriana Hall. She's escorted this evening by her mom and dad, Bridget Hall and Jeffrey Hall. She completes her 4th year as a member of the volleyball team. Adriana's future plans include attending IU Indy to study dental hygiene. Our next senior is Malia Limmel. Malia is escorted this evening by her mom and dad, Brian and Karen Limmel. Malia completes her 4th year as a member of the volleyball team. Malia's future plans, including attending going to Ball State University. My apologies. It's Malia Lindley. Next senior is senior Kelsey McCammon. She is escorted this evening by her father and mother, Jeff and Nikki McCammon. Kelsey completed her 4th year as a member of the cheer and soccer teams. Kelsey's future plans include attending Purdue University. Our next senior is Cade Norton. Cade is escorted this evening by his grandparents and sister, Kathy and Lyle Mannix, and his sister, Cabri Norton. Cade completes his 3rd year as a member of the soccer team. Cade's future plans include attending trade school. Up next is senior Brandon Rauch. Brandon is escorted this evening by his mother and father, Rob Rauch and Sarah Swart. Rauch completes his 3rd year of unified and basketball. And Brandon's future plans including attending UNOH or Taylor, or entering law enforcement.
Right there, that's Brandon Rauch. They mentioned he was a unified football member. Last night he broke the school record for most rushing yards in a career by a unified football player.
Catalina completes her 3rd year as a member of the soccer team. Catalina Velasquez, future plans including going to college. And lastly, senior Cohen Walls. Is escorted this evening by his mother and father, Ashley and Jeremy Walls. Cohen completes his 4th year as a member of the soccer team, and his future plans include attending Ball State for sports medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one last time for all of our 2024-25 seniors. Fans, if we can get your attention, our Blackford Bruin cheerleaders will be tossing mini footballs donated by our championship level sponsor, Tina Coon's Homes team.
Fans, if you're still with us, that's the lights in Montpelier. Sorry, the lights in the Montpelier grain elevator. It's harvest season. Farmers probably out there, a lot of them out there on the tractor, on the combine tonight. Get the harvest going. We'll be driving the semis over to Montpelier. Drop the grain. Getting the senior night here in Blackford. Got several seniors in various sports. I stepped in and mentioned it, but Brandon Rauch, one of the seniors tonight, he was on the unified football team, and he set the school record for rushing yards for a unified football player. The unified football team will be driving all the way to McCutcheon tomorrow morning for their sectional. It's a 4-team sectional over in McCutcheon High School. If you don't know where that is, that's in Lafayette. Or sorry, it's over on the west side, I believe, West Lafayette. I think it may be either just south or just north of town. So that's going to be a long drive for those unified football players. We want to wish them luck, certainly, tomorrow. All the sectional season for the sectional season for teams as they finish finish up their seasons. This week will be boys and girls soccer section. The boys got a tough draw. They're going to play at Eastbrook, and they're going to play Eastbrook. That'll be Tuesday night. The opening game, I believe, of that sectional.
Yep, the boys coming off a tough week this week as well. They had 2 games. They played Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday at Jay County, a 8-1 loss, and then a 9-0 loss at Norwell Thursday.
They've got a game tomorrow. It was scheduled for earlier in the season with Union City, and that one got canceled. I believe it was weather-related, rescheduled. So they're going to play tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. So if you're around tomorrow night, come on out. It's probably going to be beautiful weather. 5 o'clock out on the soccer field, watch a game. Again, that's going to be Blackford against Union City. I'm going to predict a Bruin win there by 2 or 3 goals. That'll be the boys section. Sorry, that's the boys soccer team, and then they'll be playing sectional on Tuesday at Eastbrook. That'll be a tough game for them. The girls sectional will be Thursday night. They're going to go to Wabash, and they'll play North Miami. So that wasn't a bad draw there. They got the bye. So if they can beat North Miami, that would put them in the sectional championship on Saturday. So the girls play Thursday night. Again, a win in that game will put them right into the championship game up at Wabash. They play the 7 o'clock game Thursday night.
Yeah, Scott, the girls are 3 wins, 8 losses, and 2 draws this year. They've been led by Izzy Mays with 10 goals.
I've been to a few of those games, and really, they've been that record could have even been a lot better. They gave up a goal right at the end against South Adams. That could have easily have been a win instead of a tie. The first 2 games of the year, there were penalty kicks because of penalties in the box that gave up a couple goals. So they could have easily had taken a couple of those losses, made them ties, and taken a couple of the ties and made them win. So they've had a good season, a solid season. They've also been dealing with a lot of injuries. So we want to wish our soccer teams, boys and girls, good luck next week. And as Coach Hinderleiter mentioned, the following weekend will be the cross-country sectional at Indiana Wesleyan. Volleyball, we've got it on our sheet.
Yeah, volleyball had a busy week. They picked up 2 wins. They won last Saturday against Elwood, and then this Thursday picked up a victory at Anderson. They did suffer a loss on Tuesday to Mississinawa. So volleyball is now 9-17. Their next match will be Tuesday at home against Eastbrook, 7 o'clock Tuesday evening against Eastbrook.
And then their sectional is, I think it's usually during fall break, so I don't think we've got the dates on that, but their sectional will be coming up pretty soon. So we've got unified sectional tomorrow morning, unified football sectional tomorrow morning. We've got soccer sectionals, boys and girls this week. And we'll have cross country and volleyball sectionals, and then it'll be football sectionals. So let's take a look at the teams in our sectional football. We've got a trivia question for you guys out there tonight, and for those of you on the crew here. So football sectional will be an 8-team sectional. The draw will be, I believe, 9 days from now, a week from Sunday, will be the football sectional draw. So the teams in our sectional, the favorite would be Rochester. And then Eastbrook, and Tipton. Eastbrook, of course, in our conference. Then Alexandria and Eastern Greentown, and Blackford, Wabash, and Elwood. So when we look at that, and that's in order of computer ranking. So as we look at that, there are two schools, Wabash and Elwood, who Blackford, according to the computers, would be a favorite to win. Eastern is ranked ahead of us in the computer rankings by a little bit, so Eastern might be an opportunity for a win if we could draw them. And then 4 teams at the top: Rochester, Eastbrook, Tipton, who was last year's opponent. They've had a much improved season this year, and then Alexandria. So looking at that, you notice anything interesting about that schedule or about those teams?
It looks like the Central Indiana Conference of old.
Yeah, so 4 of those teams are currently in our conference in the CIC.
when you look at that list, only one of those teams on that list has never been in the CIC. So our trivia question tonight is which team in sectional 36, Rochester, Eastbrook, Tipton, Alexandria, Eastern, Blackford, Wabash, and Elwood, which of those teams has never been a member of the CIC, or as it was previously called, the CIAC, Central Indiana Athletic Conference.
Well, I'm not sure that should
They
count.
dropped the A out off of that, but it's been the same conference. It's been the same. It's changed a lot over the years. So that's the trivia question of the night. So
I can narrow that down to 2 pretty easily. You want to read that list again?
well, let's
I'm not
let
gonna-
our listeners think
No,
about it too.
I can narrow it down to 2. I'm not going to say which ones. but
Okay.
Read
So-
the list again because people
got-
can't see it because we don't have it on the screen.
All right. So for you at home, here are the teams in our sectional 36: Rochester, Eastbrook, Tipton, Alexandria, Eastern, Blackford, Wabash, and Elwood. And the trivia question is which one of those teams has never been a member of our conference, the CIC, or as it was called a long time ago, like in the 1930s, the CIAC, Central Indiana Conference. Now it used to be the Central Indiana Athletic Conference. We'll take out the 4 that are currently in the conference, which are Eastbrook, Alexandria, Blackford, and Elwood. And we'll give you the 4 to choose from. So these are the 4 schools not currently in the conference. Only one of them has never been in the conference. Rochester, Tipton, Eastern, and Wabash. Those are your 4 options. And I know some of the people our age, Matt, that were attended Blackford back in the 80s, 90s, will probably be able to know a couple of those pretty quickly that were not. But I think it's going to be I think you can get narrowed down to 2, and then it makes it much more difficult.
Can I ask Siri?
No, you cannot ask Siri. It's cheating. Afterward, you can ask Siri because I'd be interested if she knows. I don't think Siri would be able to give you the answer, but
What about ChatGPT? You know?
no, I don't think Chat would know either. But I think Wikipedia would help you out. So if you're at home and you want to cheat on this, or you don't want to wait around for the answer, you can check. You can.
Well, there goes all of our audience.
You can
Way to
look
go.
in Wikipedia. Oh, we don't want you to do that. Oh, yep. We just lost a viewer. So I apologize for that. So stick around and wait for the answer. We'll give that probably at the end of the 3rd quarter. We should have
Man. Jared, make a note. We need to dock his pay again.
So just like we had talked about, when we get going here, we're almost ready for the 3rd quarter. So we've got a guest here, and our second guest of the night, second interview. So we're excited to have Mr. Grant Ulrich up here to talk to us. So Coach Ulrich is the newly signed or newly hired head coach of the girls wrestling team. Coach, you were the assistant coach for the varsity last year, right? Oh, we're gonna be on camera here.
Awesome,
you probably didn't
awesome.
realize that. So yeah, last year you were the varsity assistant.
Yep.
And so now you're taking over the girls. So tell us about your coaching history.
Yeah, I've been around the sport since I was a little kid and been coaching for, ever since I really graduated from college. It's been a long time here. So I'm just so excited that now finally, after all this time, these girls have a sport that they can call their own. For the longest time, it was just wrestling, right? And when I was in high school, girls would wrestle against boys, and it's just so cool that now it's official and girls have their own state tournament just like the boys do.
Yeah, so the last 2 years, girls wrestling has been an emerging sport in the IHSAA, and so they've kind of been working toward this, and now they've got the official separation from the boys wrestling. So again, like you mentioned, they'll have their own state tournament. So when will that tournament be held? Do you have that? I know they came out with
We
the
do,
dates
yeah.
here.
So the estimated date right now is the 2nd week of January. So first week would be the regional tournament, which they wrestled the regional tournament last year, and I would imagine that the numbers of girls this year is just going to skyrocket. Girls are going to be a lot more confident since it's a sanctioned sport now. So even our numbers at the school are way bigger.
So what are you anticipating this year? How many girls do you think will have wrestling?
We're looking right now around 10 to 12 girls, which last year our team was 6 or 7. So we're basically doubling the size of our team, and I think states or schools across the state will kind of see the same results, hopefully, right? I want the sport to grow in every school, not just ours.
And for those at home, and you may know this, but with the conference, Oak Hills, I don't think Oak Hill has any girls or didn't have any last year, but the conference is now going to have an opportunity for girls to compete as a conference meet. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this year any weight class that has at least 4 girls will go ahead and have a tournament. We'll bracket that, have a tournament, and then we'll be able to have a conference champion in that weight class. Is that correct?
Absolutely, and it's going to depend on weight classes where, a lot of girls are going to be wrestling those 120 to 145 weight classes where you're going to see this disproportionate number of girls. There's going to be tons of girls there, but you'll see at 100 and especially at the heavier weight classes, you'll get less. Right? So, just depending on the weight class, you might have 8 girls in one bracket. It's a real tournament, a great way to test their skills. And in some weight classes you'll have less, but it's just being the CIC champion would be just a great honor to have, and they didn't have that opportunity last year.
Yeah, and it's great to see them, again, having that opportunity to be a conference champion. The girls' soccer expanded to 5 teams in the CIC last year with Elwood having a soccer team, and now our girls last year were able to have conference champions, all conference players, and so being able to be all conference champions that'll be really special for them. Sorry, just real quick for our viewers, the teams lined up, and then apparently they had lined up on the wrong end, so we had to do a little switcheroo there. Blackford's going to be kicking off. I think Nick Eli. Nope, sorry. I thought it looked like Nick. That's Grant Ridgway. Grant is out to kick off again. So this will be the first kickoff for the Bruins for the night. So we'll see. He's got a little bit of wind at his back. We'll see how far down there Grant can get it. Oh, they're going for a squib kick. There was an opportunity there. If we'd have gotten down there in time, that ball stayed in bounds real nicely. Caleb Klaus is going to be in on that tackle, along with 87 freshman. We've mentioned his name a couple times tonight. So, Coach Ulrich, did you helped with cross country a little bit last year, right?
I did,
you
yeah,
do that
last
again this year.
No, I did not help this year. I loved my time with the team last year, but cross country is a huge commitment, as you are aware. It's a lot of work goes into that, and just a huge, tremendous amount of respect for the sport. Cross country is a really hard sport if you don't know anything about it.
There's a run of about 8 yards for Oak Hill. And other activities at the high school that you're a teacher at the high school?
Correct. Yeah, I teach history at Blackford. I also am the academic quiz bowl sponsor, so buzzing in and answering the questions. I love trivia myself, so a ton of fun doing that. And helping with the wrestling program, which I've done every year I've been here. So and that's really something I'm super passionate about.
When does that season kick off? Have you guys already started practices?
Yeah, we've been having open mat practices.
No, sorry, not wrestling.
Oh,
sorry.
Quiz bowl. Yeah, our competition started actually last week. So
how'd you guys do?
Haven't won a game yet. Yeah,
okay.
we're looking for our first victory, and I think after fall break we'll get our first victory.
All right. Yeah, that's good.
We have a great group of kids, and I have a blast doing it. So
awesome. So open mats have started for the girls for wrestling, and then the season will kick off probably not too far in the future as far as official practices.
21st is our first day of practice, so right around the corner, really.
October 21st?
Correct.
So, shortly after, or maybe, is that during fall break?
It is, the week after the week we get back from fall break.
That's right, okay. So, Oak Hill is going to have a 2nd and 6 here. Going to fake the handoff. There's two Bruins in on the tackle. That was, I believe, Bannister and Tyler Jordan in on the tackle. So now you were the head girls coach in Colorado?
I was a head wrestling coach in Colorado.
That's what I meant.
So at that point, and that's such a cool thing about what is new this year, right? when I was the head coach in Colorado, it was boys and girls on the same team. But now they've officially separated those.
So in Colorado, it was like Blackford.
It was like last
Indiana
year.
was last year.
Exactly.
Has Colorado switched?
I haven't checked, but I would imagine. Yeah,
Okay.
I think states all across the nation are starting to do that.
Good. That was another first down for Oak Hill. Right there. Broke a few tackles. That was Lance Wyrick. He's had a pretty good night so far. The Bruins slow to get up. Hopefully they'll be up. Continuing on. Trainer Jared Coates is out there checking on him. Hopefully he'll be all right. The rest of the players will come over to the sidelines to talk to the coaches. So you are originally from Michigan?
Correct. That's where I grew up. Yeah.
So again, if you just tuned in, we're at an injury timeout here on the field, and we're talking here with Coach Grant Ulrich, the new head girls wrestling coach. If you're not aware, girls wrestling has become an official IHSAA sport this season. So tell us about some of the girls and their success last year. I know it was a very good season.
Yeah, we had a great season. We have Addison Flores and Madison Henderson, who are both juniors this year, and they qualified for state last year, and that was Madison's first year wrestling, period. So just a lot of success. Qualifying 2 girls for the state tournament is always a big deal, but it feels even cooler, first year wrestler to go to state is pretty incredible, and I hope that we can increase that number, maybe even double it this season.
And we had a few go to semi-state last year. As we are at a little bit of an injury timeout here. We've got a player down on the field, and our prayers go out to him. Hopefully he's going to pop up here in a second and jog off. But we've got trainer Jared Coates out there with him. I believe Oak Hill's trainer may be out there also. Coach Seahigh is out there. Blackford jerseys again tonight. It's Military Appreciation Night. That's why they've got those black jerseys with gold numbers. So, Coach Ulrich, you said that we had a couple of wrestlers at semi-state, or we had 4 at semi-state, and then 2 of those advanced on to state?
2 advanced to the state tournament, and the school was so supportive of these girls. I mean, we did a.
Looks like that injured Bruin's going to get up, and they're going to get up. It looks like maybe it's a shoulder injury as he's coming off. So that's good news that it wasn't anything more serious. So they're going to get him over to the side. Shoulder injuries can be extremely painful, but maybe that's what it is. So, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, so the school was so supportive of these girls. I mean, we lined the hallways, and we had a police escort outside of the school on our way to state, and that's just something that these girls will never forget, ever, right? So just a great opportunity, and they're going to have plenty of those opportunities this season also.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be more excited.
There's a nice stop by the Bruins. Daniel Ludwig and Nick Eli were there to clean that one up. I think Brady Bannister was in on the initial stop. So good job by the Bruins on that play as action continues here. So, Coach, I appreciate you coming up, and it was good talking to you. I haven't seen you in a while, so it's good to see you. And I think my daughter, she's in your class. So,
correct.
So feel free to let me know if we need to whip her into shape.
Yep,
if,
can do.
she acts
Scott,
up
always a pleasure. Go Bruins.
Again, that was Coach Grant Ulrich, the new girls head coach for the Blackford Bruins. The girls wrestling has become an official IHSAA sport this year, and they're hoping to have about 12 girls on the team. Oak Hill just picked up a first down.
Good break.
Got 7.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. I think again that was Daniel Ludwig in the initial hit.
Scott, you did better with your third quarter interview. Oak Hill did not score at all during this interview. So
yeah, we're gonna have to give Coach Hinderleiter a hard time about that.
He will not be coming back.
Not gonna invite him back if the opponent scored twice during his interview. Yeah. Bruins show blitz on the left side. Oh, just a little late getting around the corner there. That was Daniel Ludwig coming around the left end. Timed it up. He was just a little early, had to pause. I think if that snap had been just a little sooner, he'd have been able to come off the end, full head of steam, and might have gotten the runner there.
Colton
Fisher picked up that tackle. It's going to be first down here on the 15. There's a hit in the backfield. Carson Hillman, I think. I don't know what the flag was there. Might have been a hold. Daniel Ludwig on another tackle. Looks like it's going to be a hold on the offense, so that one's going to come back. So Oak Hill back up on this one.
Pushing the back on Oak Hill. 15 yards.
Sorry, it wasn't a hold, it was a push in the back. So as we talked a little bit about the section. So the fall seasons will be wrapping up in the next few weeks, and then we'll head into the winter seasons. Basketball practices will be starting soon.
This is our last home football game, and we've historically only been broadcasting the home games. We did go up to Fremont earlier, just because it was such a long distance away. We thought some of you would appreciate having that available, not having to travel up there. There is some thought that potentially we could go to Frankton, because that should be a competitive game. We already called Fremont Frankton several times, so we know how to say Frankton.
We might call them Fremont when we go over there. There's another tackle by Corbin Batten. Corbin Batten's been in on a lot of action tonight. He's done a nice job. There was a play previous to that. I think maybe Nick Eli had a nice hard hit up the middle. Stop the play, or stop the run. So yeah, Blackford's got 2 road games before the sectional. Oh, another nice tackle by Daniel Ludwig over there. How many tackles on this side, how many tackles on that side. He really does a nice job flowing with the flow of the offense. So they're going to line up for a field goal here. This will be about a 32-yarder, 33-yard attempt, and it's up and it hit the crossbar, went in.
Oh my goodness!
So I guess we know what his range is now. It's right at 33 yards.
33-yard field goal is good.
And it's a career long.
Oh, really?
It is. Well, at least a season long.
Was the previous one 32?
It was 28.
Oh, 28. Okay. So that one would not have been good from 34, I don't think. So a nice kick. Nice kick there by Oak Hill. 33-yard kick. Might have been 34. I think it was 33. To add 3 more points for the Golden Eagles. It wasn't much breeze. It was a little bit of a headwind there. But not a whole lot. It's a little breezy up here on top of the press box. I know the coaches a lot of times make adjustments at halftime. I made an adjustment at halftime tonight, Matt. Sorry, Keith, you've got the microphone. I made an important adjustment at halftime. Did you catch my adjustment?
You put on more layers.
Yeah, I put on a sweatshirt, so I'm very comfortable now. Beautiful evening if you've got enough layers on. So Keith, you've got the mic now. You got some information for us?
I really enjoyed that last field goal. That was exciting. Yeah, like you say, that exactly pinpointed his range.
Yeah, it wouldn't have a few inches shorter or longer, and it wouldn't have made it in. Oh, that's a little bobble there. Klaus, I think, picks it up. He's got some space. Breaks a couple tackles. We've done a nice job, Keith, I think, of returning the ball tonight. Well, we're going to see a replay of that field goal.
And Wyrick with the tackle.
So again, Bruins were close to getting a piece of it. I don't think they did. And right there, nice camera work on there. Just bounces right off the
Is that
Right off
still
that crossbar.
considered a boink or whatever
Yeah.
they call it in the
Just
NFL?
doinked it right off it, right through there. That's about where might have hit the camera if there was an NFL. If it was an NFL stadium, you've got the camera, field goal camera right there. Crossbar cam. So the Bruins take over here. Now they've got first down. Nice return again by Caleb Klaus getting out over the 30. Mari Taylor really fighting for yards there. Didn't get any extra, but good effort. Took several Golden Eagles to bring him down.
Tackled by Arthur.
Again, talking about the sectional and possible sectional opponents. Rochester will be the favorite, along with Eastbrook.
I would like to give a shout out tonight to some new viewers we have up north. I understand my brother-in-law might have joined the Blackford Broadcast Streaming Network. The Belmont Braves, who is tuning into Blackford football. So if you're out there, Jim, welcome to the clinic.
Well, thanks for viewing tonight. It's always good to have additional viewers. That was a nice pass and reception there by Dathan Wainwright. Dathan picked up 6 yards on that reception. That was his second catch of the night. So how far are you? Keith, you said he's up north. How far up north is he?
Oh, he's actually on the north side of Fort Wayne. He went to Belmont High School. I don't know if their schedule is intermingled with Blackford or not, or any of the CIC teams.
Yeah, sometimes some of our. Oh, there's another pass to Dathan. That's broken up. That was a nice athletic play by the defender there.
Incomplete.
It was a fairly well thrown ball. Just a nice defensive play to break up the pass. So yeah, soccer. The boys used to play Belmont, so there's a little bit of occasionally.
By Beckham Lamb.
Bruins will play the Braves or the Belmont Braves, right? Or is that the college Belmont that's the Braves? No, maybe they're the Bears. There's a replay. Wait, was that the replay that? Sorry, viewers at home, we were queuing it up. I don't think did they see that at home? There's another pass to Day. He's out across the 50. That was a completion almost 20 yards there from Morgan Randall to Dathan Wainwright. I'm going to call it 20. They'll move the chains.
I think Belmont's carrying some pretty serious, or Belmont. Blackford's carrying some pretty serious momentum. Let's see if they can keep it.
Yeah, it's a couple nice plays there, a couple completed passes. They're going to have to keep it rolling into the fourth quarter, though. That's the end of the third. Players will come over, talk things over, and then we'll have 12 more minutes to play here in this final home game of the season for the Bruins, unless they were to draw a home sectional game.
I've got two things here, Scott, if I could. If you
Yeah.
can indulge me. First of all, our first coach talked about wanting to go into Formula One.
Yeah. So Coach Hinderleiter, if you weren't here, viewers.
I think our stream has officially reached somewhere in Tennessee because I have a nephew that says he heard that and just wanted to say that Arkin Senna was the best Formula One driver of all time. So he just wanted to put that out there for our first coach.
All right, so yeah, we don't talk about Formula One a whole lot here on the broadcast, but Coach Hinderleiter, our cross-country coach in his first year this year, was a kart driver, and his dream was to be a F1 driver. I don't think he's going to make it now, probably. He realized how expensive racing is.
Unless he comes into $50 million.
Yeah, if he wins the lottery, maybe he will be an F1 racer.
And secondly, Belmont is the Belmont Braves.
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't crazy on that. So the Bruins will take over here starting the fourth quarter. Morgan Randall in at quarterback. Oh, that's an interception. Nice tackle there after the interception by Mari Taylor.
By Oak Hill number 2, Trey Boswell.
So we mentioned in the pregame a couple of the keys to the game. One was going to be turnovers, and the Bruins have given up a couple turnovers. That one, stalling the drive. That was, like you mentioned, Keith. The Bruins had a little bit of momentum there after completing a couple passes, a 20-yard pass, but then we had the quarter break and came out. Unfortunately, had a turnover right there. The Bruins have done a nice job of not being penalized much, especially offensively.
Is that what you would call a turnovers of consequence, or what?
Yeah, that one, there's a nice tackle in the back. Well, maybe for a loss. That might have been Dathan Wainwright on that tackle. So we talked in the pregame about impact turnovers.
Impact turnovers.
Yeah, and so ones that lead straight to a turn to a score, maybe like an interception, a pick six, return for a touchdown, or a fumble inside the 5-yard line like we had a couple weeks ago. That one wasn't a huge impact, but for the Bruins, that was one of the times that they were starting to get off to a nice drive. It wasn't going to impact the game a whole lot, but it might have impacted the mentality as far as having some momentum. Because really, it'd be nice for the Bruins to be able to get some positive momentum toward the end of this game to carry into the week, carry into practice as they head into that Frankton game. I don't know if were we able to get an update on the Frankton score? Frankton's playing Alexandria tonight. Those are going to be the next two opponents for Blackford. Alexandria had an early 14-7 lead. We'll play at Frankton next week, and then we'll go to Alexandria for the final game of the season. A lot of Bruins in on tackle there, including Kamari Taylor. A couple freshmen in there, Kamari Taylor and Corbin Batten. So we talked a little bit ago about the sectional, our sectional opponents, and throughout the trivia question, only one opponent in our sectional has never been in our conference in the CIC. Back in the 30s, it was called the CIAC, Central Indiana Athletic Conference. Now it's just the Central Indiana Conference. So, flipping through my papers here, I want to make sure I get all the teams listed. The opponents in our sectional, 4 of them are currently in our conference. That would be Eastbrook, Alexandria, Elwood, and then of course Blackford. Those 4 teams, half the sectional 36, is in the CIC. The other 4 teams, Rochester, Tipton, Eastern, that's Eastern Greentown, and Wabash. So, which of those which of those schools have never been in the CIC? That's a good run there for Oak Hill. Trying to see who came in, who got that tackle. Always hide from me over there. I think that was Kamari Taylor on the tackle, number 3. You disagree, Matt? I think it was number 3, Kamari Taylor. Oh, sorry, the carrier. Sorry, I got my headset on, so I can't hear what you're saying very well. So there's another big run. Oh, he breaks another tackle. He's going to get into the end zone. So that touchdown was number 44. That young man, I believe, is just a freshman. That was a nice run. He broke a couple tackles. So back to the trivia question. The options here: Rochester, Tipton, Eastern Greentown, and Wabash. So Matt, I know you're probably aware which of those teams were in the CIC when you were in high school.
Okay, so Wabash was definitely in when we were in school.
That's right.
So it's not Wabash. Tipton was also in the conference at the time we were in high school, so it's not that. So it leaves me with Rochester or Eastern.
Yep, Rochester and Eastern.
Well, because Rochester is actually in New York, I'm going with Rochester.
Well, that's the other Rochester.
Oh,
and
I'm
this
still going with Rochester.
Rochester. You know what the mascot of Rochester is?
The Rochester Plates?
Nope. The Rochester Zebras.
The Zebras.
The Zebras. And the Zebras were, in fact, in the CIC
No
way
way.
back. Oh, yeah.
No
oh,
way.
yeah. They were. So Eastern Greentown has never been in the CIC or CIAC. So viewers at home, I'm sure you guys all knew that Rochester.
When were the Zebras in the conference?
I think it was, I can't remember exactly. I'm going to say 1938.
Or I don't think we can ask trivia questions before 1965.
Well, Rochester was in the conference. There were, I should have freshened up my memory of that today. A lot of teams that you wouldn't expect. Maybe Huntington, I believe, was in the CIC at one point. Back then, Hartford City was in. So before Blackford consolidated, Hartford City was in the CIC, and then once they consolidated, Blackford County became a CIC member.
Do you happen to know when the conference was formed?
No, it was early in the 1900s.
So you don't know if it's 100 years.
Oh no, yeah, that's an interesting question. That was a low kick. He's got a blocker there. That time Klaus was the blocker. I don't know if that was Taylor on the return. I'm guessing it was. Yeah, that was Taylor. So Kamari's really, he's had a lot of action. Didn't play a whole lot the first couple games of the season, then because of a couple injuries, started playing more. He's had a nice season, so it'll be nice to have him back next year, room for the next 3 years. He'll rack up a lot of career yardage. So again, viewers, it's nice to have you in with us. Appreciate you joining us tonight. We've got a nice crowd here at the game, so a lot of people are here. I think that was Bannister picking up a few yards. The sectional draw will be about 9 days from now, not Sunday, but the following Sunday. We'll find out where the Bruins are going to go. So they'll have a 50-50 chance of getting a home game. And they'll have a 2-7 chance of drawing a team that has a lower computer ranking than us, depending on how the next 2 weeks go. But right now, I'm sure the Bruins would love to draw either Elwood or Wabash. It's a nice hard run. Initial tackler was there, number 60, big number 60. Bannister didn't want to stop though. He kept fighting for additional yards. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Bannister with the carry.
So again, with the way the draw works, instead of having one host site like most sports do, each football game will be hosted by one of the 2 competitors. So Blackford will have a 50-50 chance of getting to play that game here. There's a hit behind the line. Bannister couldn't break a tackle on that one. It was a nice tackle.
Bannister with the carry again.
Nice tackle by number 76. I think that was Gabe Arthur, senior from Oak Hill. Speaking of seniors, it is senior night. Blackford has 14 seniors on the football team. One of them, Grant Ridgway, will be in to kick. Here's the snap, and that one's away. And we can let that roll a little. Nick Eli snapped that ball and then downed that ball. He's a senior also. Dathan Wainwright was down there with him. The snap went and almost no one moved. Nick Eli moved when he snapped it. It's a quick snap after Grant Ridgway signaled for it. Most of the offensive and defensive players just kind of stood there waiting. Got under 4 minutes to play here. Final home game of the season. Again, next week, Blackford will be at Frankton. The following week at Alexandria, and then it'll be time for the sectional. Oh, that's a fumble. A couple of Bruins were close to it. Well, they kept moving around there. Officials took a while to, and that's going to be a Blackford ball. There's a turnover that went the Bruins' way. Bruins have lost a couple turnovers today. Gotten a couple turnovers. Keith, I heard you just say, let's get a score here. I agree. Let's get something positive here in these last couple minutes. Something positive to think about heading into the week of practice before the Frankton game. Bruins will go to Frankton. Frankton's had a rough year. They haven't won a game yet. They've played a little bit tougher of a schedule than the Bruins. Maury Taylor with the run there. He's got some space up the middle. That's going to be a first down. That'll stop the. Oh, more. That's moving the pile right there. Nice job by Kamari getting down to the 25-yard, maybe the 24-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for the Bruins. Just a little over 2 minutes to go.
It's got a quick score update. It looks like Madison Grant's leading Elwood 20-7
at Eastbrook.
At Eastbrook, I'm sorry, yes. Madison Grant leading Eastbrook in the fourth quarter 20-7.
20-7?
20-7.
27, yeah, that's not too surprising. I thought Eastbrook might get a few more points than that. They've still got some time. That's Kamari Taylor with another run. About 7 yards there on that carry.
Kamari Taylor.
Down under 2 minutes to go here. The Bruins trying to get the first score on Oak Hill that they would have had in since 2019.
Since 2019, the last time Blackford has scored. It's the last time Blackford also defeated the Oak Hill Eagles.
It'd be nice to punch it into the end zone right here. They're on the 12-yard line. Sean Cronin in to snap the ball at center. Morgan Randall, I believe, still in the quarterback. Brady Bannister beside him in the backfield. Sorry, Kamari Taylor. Kamari with another big run. That's a first down. That's going to move the chains. It's going to get him to the 11-yard line. Just over a minute to go.
Clock will keep running here. No way to stop it at this point. So if they want to score, they're going to have to hustle.
Morgan Randall's in with the play. Again, that clock's going to run fast. They'll get a couple plays here. They should be able to get a couple if they want to. Not too many.
Incomplete pass will not stop the clock.
Kamari's got some space there. He cuts it up, and he's got down to the 5-yard line or close to it. Morgan Randall's hustling over to get the next play. Down to 32 seconds. Morgan's running back out. He's got the play. I wouldn't be surprised if they just give it to Kamari again here. 20 seconds left, just over 20 seconds.
This will be the last play.
Looks like they might throw it on this one. Nope, it's off to Kamari again. He hits a cut, and he's going to be close. He's in the end zone.
Yes!
Kamari Taylor got a touchdown.
All right. On the last play of the game.
Last play of the game. Something positive for the fans as they go home. Something positive for the seniors. It's senior night, as always. Senior nights. It's hard that last time you come off the field. That's going to be the game. They'll go out and shake hands. Bruins led by Nick Eli, heading across the 50-yard line to meet the opponents. Always bittersweet for Bruins, for any seniors.
Blackford County School of Public Safety for tonight's contest. We ask that you please help us disperse. We would like to wish good luck throughout the remainder of the season to our guests from Oak Hill and to our Blackford.
So congratulations to all the seniors from all the sports.
Just got a quick update from the conference. Alexandria, I'm not sure if this is the final or not, but Alexandria leads Frankton 42-7. So it certainly looks like that. Alexandria will bring that victory home.
So 42-7, and Frankton again will be our opponent next week. That's a game that I think the Bruins. I don't know that they'll be favored in that game, but it should be a very competitive game next week. Hopefully we'll have players healthy going into that one. I think we may have had an injury or two tonight. Tyler Jordan, we talked about earlier. I think may have had a shoulder injury. Hopefully he'll be all right. This is the last time these Bruins will be singing the fight song, the seniors, at home to the fans. Keith, I think you're right. That last turnover did lead to a score for the Bruins, so that would have been an impact turnover. A little late on that for it to make much of an impact during the game. We'd like to thank all of our viewers for tuning in. Again, the Bruins will go to Frankton next week. Frankton has not won a game this season. They've had some, if you look at the computer score rankings, Frankton Blackford going into tonight at least were pretty even. They had almost the same rank, so we'll see how that game plays out next week. But fans, if you can get over there to Frankton, head on out and support the Bruins. It was senior night, so this is the last game unless we draw a home sectional game for these seniors. So we wish them the best of luck. If we, this may be the last broadcast of the season for us here. We may make it to Frankton next week. We'll let you know.
Yeah, just check back here Wednesday or Thursday, and if we decide if we're able to go, it'll be listed on our YouTube page. It'll be scheduled by Wednesday or Thursday. So we'll make that call.
And again, we'd like to thank Keith, our cameraman, Jared, doing all the technology, reading the scoreboard here, Matt, the producer, and for me also. I'd like to thank you for watching, and even if you're watching recorded in the future, thanks for tuning in. And it's been enjoyable for us to be up here doing this. It's a beautiful night. Anything else to add, guys?
No, again, our last score update that we had in the conference, the 2 unbeatens at the top there. Madison Grant was leading Eastbrook 20-7 early in the fourth quarter.
So if Madison Grant pulls that one out, then both of them, then Mississinawa will be the next challenge. Mississinawa is undefeated. 3 undefeated teams coming in tonight. Looks like Eastbrook's going to go down, and both of those teams still have to play Mississinawa. So Mississinawa and Madison Grant after tonight.
Will they play in the last week?
They'll control their own destiny. I'm not sure. I think so. I think Eastbrook will play Mississinawa next week, and then Madison Grant will find a way to season. I could have those backwards. But it'll be interesting to see how the conference turns out. And again, I think the Bruins will have a great chance next week to possibly get a win against Frankton to move the record to 3 and 5. Excuse me, 3 and 5.
At least,
Anything else? So again, viewers, thank you for tuning in. It's been fun to broadcast, and we may be on the air next week. Again, check on the YouTube channel, and it should say by about Thursday whether or not we're going to broadcast that game. And if so, we'll see you next week, and if not, we'll be back in basketball season. Have a good night.